Hi, darlings. It's the second part of the How to Start Your Own Soul Business, and I'm gonna share this video with my Facebook group before I get started. So I'm recording from my phone, and I have to share it through my computer. So give me just a few seconds and I'm just gonna share this, and then I'm gonna be with you. So this is the second part of First Steps to Start Your Own Soul Business, how to afford starting your own biz. And something is happening. It's super slow on my computer. Okay, cool. Now it's working. Share. So I hope you downloaded, if you watched me yesterday, I hope you downloaded the workbook. So this is a workbook that you can download on sane.io/workbook. And it's a summary of everything we're going to talk about. And everything we're talking about. I have to move this a little bit so I can post soon with you guys. My computer is super slow, so I don't know what's happening. I just have to share this with my Facebook group, the Purpose Tribe. So if you're not already in my group, the Purpose Tribe, I recommend you to head on over there too. So this is the second part of how to start your own soul business, how to afford to start your own business. So now I'm done. Sorry, it took a long time. Hi, now I'm with you. I'm here with my tea, and I hope you're with me here. It's in San Francisco. It's raining. If you don't already know me, I'm Sane from sane.io. It's pronounced like sunny outside, but with an E in the end. It's spelled SANNE.io. And today I'm going to talk about, it's the second part of how to start your own soul business. So a soulful, purposeful business, how to start it. And today we're going to talk about step 2, how to be able to afford starting your own business. And I think here we have to put it fast, because I see all these quotes and I'm sharing those quotes that says like, just jump straight in, just do it. And I just want to make sure that you really understand what we mean with that quote. Because sometimes I feel like the people, when I talk to you guys, the people that want to start your own business, you feel scared that you won't be able to afford paying rent, you won't be able to afford taking care of yourself, maybe have family to take care of. And when you read that quote, just do it. It's like, it's not real. It's not like you can't just do it because you have rent to pay, and maybe you don't have the money. And I just want to make sure that you understand that there's several different paths to be able to start your own business, and I just want to give you all of those different ways so you know it's not impossible, and so you know that the all-in jump straight away, it's not the only path to start your own business, and it's actually not the thing that most people do. So I want to go through a few ways to start your own soul business and to be able to afford it. So the first step, we're going to start with all in, jump straight in, but here I want to make sure that you know that it actually means two things. So if you want to do all in, quit your day job, drop out of school and start running your business full time, so 100% working with your business. To be able to afford that, because you are a human being and you probably have rent to pay, and maybe you need to eat too, and maybe you have people to take care of. So to be able to afford that, to be able to live that kind of lifestyle and do it all in 100% from the beginning, just leave the old job behind. One, you need savings. So if you have savings, it will work. Maybe there's a lot of people that has a nest egg that they might not want to spend on anything else than like buying an apartment, doing something really big. I know almost all entrepreneurs I know has used their own nest eggs to start their own business. So instead of putting money down to get an apartment, I spend it directly into my business. And I know several people else that does that. So if maybe you have savings, or maybe you need to work and save money so that you can quit your job and start working full time. And the other part of that is super, super important, downsizing. What does that mean? It means don't buy shit. Like, was something that I had to do when I started my own business. I had to stop shopping clothes. So the first years I didn't buy clothes. I used my old ones. I stopped buying weird, like these glossy magazines that only brings you down. I stopped going out partying and buying a lot of drinks. I stopped investing in things that didn't really mean that much to me and started investing in my business, in my dream, in my passion. And also something that I did was, I know this is not possible for everyone, but I want to mention it so you know that it is a possibility. Sometimes you have to give up your pride. So what I did when I was in the beginning and started my business, I packed my bags and moved home to my parents for 3 months. So this might not be possible for you, but you might have somebody you could stay with for a while, so you don't have to pay rent, because that is often the biggest payment you have to do. And what you pay instead of you pay money, you pay with your pride. It's not fun to go and ask a friend if you can stay there or ask your family members. It feels like, ugh, it's not 100% nice, but for me, I felt that it was worth it because I wanted to be able to focus 100% on my work. And my parents doesn't get entrepreneurship. They didn't understand it. They were kind of like living question marks when I came home and he was like, hi, can I stay with you guys for 3 months for free so I can try to get my business running? They thought I was a little bit crazy, but they are good parents and they're just like, okay. So they let me stay at their place. So I just want you to say that that is a possible path, and you have to pay with your pride to do that, to really fulfill and go after your dreams. It might not be super easy, but there is different ways. So the first path, all in. Jump all in, quit your day job, drop out of school and start your own business full time. You need savings and you need to downsize. You need to cut back on your expenses a lot. So no more stupid buying weird makeup or clothes that you don't really need and all that shit. Maybe even pay with your pride and move in with your parents for a while or another family member. So that was the first step, going all in. And if you want a summary of everything I'm talking about in this small Facebook Lives I'm doing this couple of days, I created a little workbook that you can download and print. It's on sane.io/workbook, and Sane is spelled SANNE.io. So my name, .io/workbook, and you can download this. So you get a summary of everything I talk about, so you don't have to take notes or anything now. You can just listen and get inspired. Okay, so the first way to afford starting your own business is to go all in, and then you have to have savings and you have to downsize. Okay, second path is going half and half. I know there's a lot of people doing this, and this is I really recommend it. Instead of going and dropping out of school or quitting your day job, maybe you can start working less. Maybe you have the possibility to work on your day job 75%. Talk to your boss and be able to go down in time and start your business on the side. Or maybe you can do it on weekends. This is also, I know this is not possible for everybody. If you have kids, there is different rules. If you have a lot of families to take care of, there is a few different rules too. But if you have the possibility doing that, it's amazing. So you can continue working on your job, just downsize a little bit, work a little bit less hours, talk to your boss, see if it's possible. Most people I talk to about this, they never even dare to ask their boss. So they say like, no, it's not important, it's not possible, we don't do that here. But when they ask, when they actually muster up the courage to go and ask their boss, there's a lot of people that actually has the possibility to downsize and to work 50%. and start with their business 50% or 75% in the beginning. So you can make yourself like the transition a bit smoother. This is perfect for the people that has a strong need of safety and stability. For me, I value freedom more than stability, so going all in worked well for me. But not everybody is working that way. Not everybody has that possibility. So if you value safety more than freedom, but you still want to start your own business, I think this is going half and half is a super duper way. Or the third. So the first one, going all in, you need some savings, you need to downsize, not spending money on shit. Number two, it's 50-50. Go down in time when you work and start your business on the side. The other part is to, I did this in the beginning too, and I noticed that a lot of people that do this for maybe even for years in the beginning when they start their company, it's to have a side gig. And I think there is some kind of feeling that you're not supposed to have a side gig when you start your own business. I don't know what this comes from. I meet a lot of people that is like, no, but I should be able to start living on my company straight away, and they kind of like hide this side gig on the side and like, no, I'm not supposed to do this, I should do it myself, or that they're only like, no, I need to stay in my job because I can't live on my business yet. And I was like, but do you have the possibility to have a side gig? And what defines a side gig and what difference that from a half and half staying on your regular 9 to 5, it is that a side gig should be something that is very non-mentally draining. So it should be something that you can do without getting exhausted, especially getting mentally exhausted. So it can be something that is pretty easy to do. It can be cleaning, it can be working at a grocery store. It can be something that just supports you and you can work a few hours every week, but it can help you to just support yourself so you can relax and you can pay your rent and you can do all those things and you can buy food without feeling stressed out. So I highly recommend you to have a side gig. And when I talk to some of you guys in my tribe, it feels like you're kind of ashamed for having a side gig, and that is super weird. There is most people I talk to have some kind of side gig when they start their own business. I worked. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. Either it should be a mind-numbing job that is just kind of like you can just do it. It doesn't drain you. It doesn't take your energy. Or it's also very good to have a side job that is in alignment with what you actually want to do here on this earth. So what I did when I started my business, I had a side gig where I organized events for young people in entrepreneurship. I had like a group, and I was hired to do that. So I worked like 20% on that gig, and I got enough money to cover my rent and my food. So I was kind of like, I had that basic safety was covered, and I could kind of like relax into that. And at the same time, the work I did was kind of in alignment with, it was the same kind of flavor almost. I wasn't able to do it exactly how I wanted it. I had some structure, but at least I could practice to host groups and to organize and to create things. So that is also a possibility. And I just want you to know that most people starting their own business, that is what they do. They have some kind of side gig in the beginning, because we have spent years and years and years in school to be trained to be employable. We know what it's like to be employed. We are trained to be employable. We are not trained to be entrepreneurs. We are not trained to run our own business. So I really want you to remember that it's not weird that you don't know how to run your own business, and it's not weird that you don't know how to earn money in the beginning, and that it takes time. As I read in my workbook, so this is a workbook you can download on sana.io/workbook if you want a summary of everything I'm talking about during this little mini-series that I'm doing this week about starting your own soulful business. Another thing I'm writing here is like, Beyonce wasn't built in a day. You have to remember to take a breath, take a step back, and it's like, you are allowed to use help. You are allowed to have a side gig. It's awesome. It works really well, and you don't have to feel weird about that, and you're not a bad entrepreneur because you have a side gig. You're not less than anybody else. It's awesome. It works really well. So I just want you to know that there is a possibility to do that too. So to make a little short summary, and if you want the full summary, head on over and download the workbook that I created for you guys during this little mini-series okay, I still haven't changed it. It's sunny.io/workbook, and it's still reversed. But I hope you can read it anyway. So, on sunny.io/workbook, you can download everything that I've talked about. But to make a short summary here, it's to be able to afford starting your own business, you have to decide what path you will take. And it's really depending on who you are as a person, what kind of life situation you're in right now, and what kind of possibilities you have. So the 3 different I've been talking about is going all in, work 100%, quit your day job, start working. To do that, you need savings, and you need to do serious downsizing. You need to stop buying weird stuff and maybe even move in with a friend for a while and save some rent. Number 2 is to go half and half. It's to do the thing that you do full-time right now, maybe your day job, maybe it's studying, and to start your business on the side. And or be able to talk to your boss and be able to maybe work 75%. And maybe you can work with your business 20%. So to be able to create it slowly and still have the thing that you do during daytime right now, still be able to do that and work with your business a little bit less. Yes, I will write the link in comments. Yes, it's showed reversed, so it's sunny.io/workbook, SANNE.io/workbook. But I will definitely put the link in the comments after I finish with this. Yeah, so sorry. And then the third one. The third one is, if you want to start your own business and you want to be able to afford it, is to have the classical side gig, is to work with something on the side that is either not really draining or something that is kind of in alignment with what you want to do today. So you work more with your business, but you have a side gig that you're employed maybe 25%, that props you up a little bit, makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, and make sure that you can pay rent, make sure that you can get food. So that's 3 paths to be able to afford to start your own business. And I just want to make sure that you know that there is no right and wrong. It depends on who you are, what feels most comfortable for you, and what your life situation is right now. So I hope this gave you some clarity, and if you have some questions, write in the comments below and I will get back to you. If you have a friend that you know want to start their own business or is in the process of starting their own business, please tag them in this video or share this video if you find it inspiring, so I can get this information out to more people. In the end of the month, I'm gonna start I'm opening my business class, Soul Boss School, but you will get more information about that further on, so keep your eye out if you want to start your own business. Tomorrow, I will talk about busting through some blocks. I will talk about self-doubt and all this other weird shit that makes us not daring to do what we're actually here to do. So if you feel like you have some blocks, mental blocks around starting your own business, check in tomorrow during this time and I will talk to you then. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.